How y'all doing? How many of y'all met me last year? How many of you never met me? You had a damn good chaos time today. I'm gonna shoot from the hip a little bit because I kind of didn't know the actual setup of the President's breakout session. Come on in, you late. So we had a couple of points that we want to talk about. Myself, ex-president for One Fist, he's going to start off with the importance of the purpose of the clubhouse, and then we're going to break into, I'm going to come back and break into the evolution of the MC. And just to give you a little synopsis on that right there, I've been watching the set for a long time and seeing how I've grown and how if you're a new club out there, how you're going to grow and how you're going to evolve. And then as a young club and an old club, to really find out when you see the old clubs out there doing what they're doing, why they're doing that now. And then we'll break into the question and answer period where we're interactive. I got questions for you, you got questions for me, we got questions for each other. It's kind of like a lessons learned. Please put your phones on silent. It's kind of like a lessons learned. The whole idea of the President's breakout is to make you a better president when you leave here. And that's how I view the President's breakout session. That's the only reason I come. So I can become a better president for my club. If you don't know what you're doing out there, running the club, and everybody had a president on that jacket, they're supposed to be a president. And we figure all that out too. But you're being humble enough and smart enough. Oh, I am funny too. I will say something to you. So, if you like to laugh, we're going to laugh too. So without further ado, I'm going to have X come up and we're going to get some information.
Round of applause for both legs. I would ask y'all how many of y'all know me and how many of y'all don't, but that might not be good for my self-esteem, so we ain't gonna do that. I'd like to thank the Pro Committee and my national president for allowing me this opportunity. Usually they're trying to keep me quiet because they're scared I'm gonna start a revolution somewhere. I tried not to do that today. I promised them I wrote it down and signed it and everything that we're not starting a revolution at the Pro. So we can get to this topic. It is the importance of a clubhouse. There are three things that a clubhouse will give you, that it will give us. And that is credibility, identity, and fertility. Yeah, I heard somebody say fertility. Before you call the feds on One Fist, we do not sell Viagra out of our clubhouse. So do not call the feds. I will get fertility in a moment. Credibility. We talk about stopping the pop and all that stuff, and even though that was last year's theme, it seemed like that went through the whole year. If you've been on a president's board or anything like that, we talk about it every day, some way, somehow. The topic could be like, what do you think about having pets with vests or something like that? And somehow we'll end up with pop-up clubs by the end of the day. Happens every day. I can tell you that a clubhouse, that makes a very strong statement about your club. It says that, hey, you have intentions of being here more than just 2 weeks, 6 months, a year. There is no way that you can maintain a clubhouse if you are a pop-up, because you will not establish the relationships that you need to keep your clubhouse open. Surely there are people in here right now that have a clubhouse and they can tell you at the end of the month when it's time to pay that rent, or for those of you that are fortunate enough to say pay the mortgage, that's got to come from somewhere. That takes planning and that takes networking. A clubhouse is kind of like when you want to get a loan. It's like your capital. It shows that your club is serious. That patch on your back is not just for play. That you're serious about this, that we do every day. The clubhouse is the foundation. It is a place where you build your club and where people can see the things that your club has done. If you walk in the clubhouses around the country, you almost see motorcycle history on the wall if you take your time to go through and really look at it and don't just go to drink the beer. Even though if you do come to one Fish Clubhouse, they have $3, domestic and import spending. The second thing a clubhouse will give you is identity. Who are you? When we meet people on the street and they say, oh man, I'm interested in your club, tell me about your club. Words are cool, but you know what? We talk about back to basics, and somehow back to basics always leads to back in the day. Remember this. You know what, I won't do that, I'll just use myself because some of us don't like to date ourselves. I remember when I was in school and I wanted to take some girl out on a date or go to homecoming or something, the first thing my parents would say, who are her people? Where does she live? Let me call her parents and talk to them. And they set up, either their parents were coming to your house or you were going to their house. And that's when they figured out who you were and what you were about by coming to your house. A clubhouse is only going to help your club to grow because people now have some place where they can go to see what you're really all about. I can tell you when you come to One Fish Clubhouse, there's 3 things that you're going to see in action live, and you had a pretty good example of that this weekend, but you're going to see brotherhood, you're going to see loyalty, and respect. That's what you're going to see, that's something we stand for. And when you come to our clubhouse, you're going to see a bunch of people dressed in black, because that's what we do. You're going to see those 3 things I just said, and you will also know that if our bar is empty, we are guaranteed to have 2 things. We're going to have green bottles, Heineken, and we're going to have Jack and Coke, because that's what we drink at One Fish. So, once again, identity. What is your club about? What do you stand for? It is much easier for a hang around and somebody interested in your club to come visit your clubhouse and see what you're about than to sit there and try to explain it all to them. So you have to start somewhere. By the way, if you're ever in South Florida, our clubhouse, 4873 Northeast 12th Avenue, Oakland Park, Florida. We're more than happy to see you. We're open from 8 to 12 on Thursday nights. Feel free to drop by. And I think, what was the third thing I said?